In this video, we're going to take care of a couple things. First, I want to explain one interesting thing around that not found file we just put together. We're also going to go back to our list snippets file and add in some links so we can navigate over to the view page. And inside that list snippets file, we'll do a little bit of styling, also make sure we've got a link over to the create snippet page as well. So just a lot of tiny little tasks we're going to take care of. Okay, so first off, as I mentioned, I just want to mention something kind of really interesting around that not found function and the not found file that we created inside of the IDE directory. So just notice how in the case here that we decide that there is no snippet that we found, we decided to return a not found function call. Another thing that we could have done here just as easily is returned a div that said, sorry, but we can't find that snippet. And again, I put in a contraction. Let's just avoid that. So this would have worked just as well. We don't really have to call not found. So when it comes to it, this decision of whether or not to create these loading files or these not found files, it's really up to you. You can still kind of implement these things using plain JSX, but in many cases, it's just going to add in a lot of additional code to your components. And instead, you can just create a couple of extra files inside of your app directory. Now, at the same time, conversely, if you start creating a lot of these loading and not found files inside of your app directory, it's going to start to get really messy really quickly. So we kind of want to strike a balance and decide when we might want to just directly show some JSX right here versus defining these separate helper files. Okay, so that was my quick little take. So next up, let's go back over to our home page, add in some styling here, make sure we've got some links to view a snippet, and a link over to the new page as well. For that, we'll find our src app page.tsx file. Inside of here, at the very top, I'm going to import the link component from next/link. Obviously, we need that because we want to navigate our users around automatically. Then, inside of rendered snippets, I'm going to replace the div right here with a link. I'm going to expand it just so I have a little bit of space. I'm going to add a class name onto the link. In total, I'm going to give it class name of flex justify between items center p-2 border and rounded. On that link, I also need to specify an href so that we know where to navigate the user whenever they click on the link. This link is being shown on the home page, so it's these right here. Whenever a user clicks on one of these, I want to take them to /snippets/ the ID of the snippet they just clicked on. So for our href, we'll put in some curly braces, a template string, /snippets/ $curly braces snippet.id, like so. Then inside the link itself, I'm going to wrap the title inside of a div. I'll place another div inside there. And on that one, I'll just give it the text of view, like so. Okay, as usual, quick test. If I go back to my home page, hey, all right, that's looking kind of reasonable. We should probably add in a little bit of spacing between each one. In addition, we should probably add in that little heading at the top right there. And of course, once again, that new button on the right-hand side. First, let's take care of a little bit of a gap between each link. To add that gap in, down here at the bottom, I'm going to expand the div, add in a new div around rendered snippets, and I'll give that a class name of flex gap-2. Let's see how that looks. Oops, we need a flex col as well. Flex-col to make sure that they get laid out in a column. Yeah, that's better. And then finally, as I mentioned, let's make sure we got a header at the top of sorts. So I'm going to place another div inside there in h1. I'll give this a class name of text-xl, font-bold, and text of snippets. Then a link, give it text of new, a class name of border p-2, border rounded, And whenever a user clicks on this link, we'll take them over to the snippets/new route. And then finally, on the wrapping div around those two things, we'll give it a class name. Of course, what else would we give it? Class names everywhere, class names for everyone. This thing's going to get a flex, im-2, a justify between, and an items center. All right, I think that's it. Enough class names now. We got class names everywhere. Back over, and yeah, I'd say that's looking reasonable. I should probably put a rounded on new, just so we got a nice little round corner right there. I think I probably missed that. Oh no, I put in border dash rounded. It should be just rounded. That's better. And that's on the link element. So on the link, class name of just rounded. Yeah, there we go. So now if I click on the new button, I'll be taken to the new page. If I click on any of the snippets, I'll be taken to that particular snippet. And I've still got a really long loading delay in there. I think we should probably just leave that just as a reminder that, yeah, we got this nice loading spinner in here. All right, well, our application is coming along. So now, quick pause after that, we'll come back to our view a snippet page. We need to make sure we display the actual code for the snippet, in addition to an edit button, a delete button, and then finally take care of the edit snippet page as well.